I'm going to show you how to create a digital signage presentation ideal for corporate communication on display screens. As an example, a shopping mall could display wayfinding information, events and offers, and promote its individual stores. You can update your content locally or remotely over the internet from a central location. So I'm going to close down the Repeat Signage player by right mouse click and exit, and then I'm going to show you how to create this presentation. So to start with, we will click Create New Presentation, and this screen just shows you the pixels, width and height, and we'll click Next. From this screen you can see that there are some templates that you can use, but we're just going to use a blank template. Click Create. From the Repeat Signage Designer screen, you will see that there's a floating toolbox up in the top right-hand corner. And from the Insert menu, it will show you all the different types of media you can insert, from audio, video, barcodes, news feeds, pictures, spreadsheets, documents, PDFs, etc. So we're going to start by inserting a playlist of pictures. So we go down to Insert Banner Pictures. Add from this computer. Now Repeat Signage does give you some options of pictures that you can use, but I've just put 3 up on my desktop that I want to use. So I'll select these 3 and click Open and OK. And what we see displaying now on screen is multiple pictures in a playlist. And you can move this around the screen and you can resize. By double-clicking each of the Repeat Signage controls will give you options. So I'm just going to go into each individual picture and show you how to add an optional title. So I'll click into the first one, and where it says Text and Transitions and Title, I'm going to type in 10% discount at Lynn's Boutique. On the Transition tab, you will see that there's options of how you change one picture to another. So slide, fade, from top, from bottom, etc. So we'll just leave this on fade and OK. And I'm just going to quickly go in to the other pictures and add a title. So this is the dining options, text and transitions. And I'm going to put superb dining options at Windy Ridge Shopping Mall. And transitions we will just leave on fade and OK. And then the last one is a restaurant picture, text and transitions, stunning views from our rooftop terrace restaurant and OK. You'll also see that there's other options here. So if I click onto Banner General, I can change the delay between the slides. So from when one picture changes to another. So I'm just going to change this to 8 seconds. And in the text vertical position, you can also change the position of where you actually see the title on your pictures. You can also change fonts, colours and backgrounds. We'll just select OK. And now you can see multiple pictures with titles. So what we're going to do now is to position our pictures where we want, and we want to resize them. Now on the toolbox, you will see that there's a keep aspect ratio. And if we change that to media, what this does is when we resize the pictures, it will keep them to their original shape. That's fine. You can also select the pictures, and in the toolbox, you'll see what it says size in pixels, and you can actually put your sizes up there if you prefer to do that. So now I'm going to bring in a logo. So this time I only want a single picture. So Insert, picture single and locate where my logo is, which I've got on my desktop, open and OK. And I'm just going to drag this into position over here and move the toolbar out of the way. Now this section here, I want to give a background colour. So I'm just going to go to File and Background Colour. Now you could add a background picture if you preferred, but I'm just going to choose Colour and choose. And there's a palette of colours there, or you can define your colours there. Just cancel that. You can also choose colour from a picture. So if I hold down the Control key and print screen and take a screenshot and click Copy Clipboard, I can move this along and select a corporate colour and OK. And what Repeat Signage does is puts previously used colours in this little palette here. You can also have gradients and you can have patterns, but we'll leave this on solid and click OK. Next, we're going to bring in the text. So I'm going to insert a single line of text. So insert text label, and I'm going to type in the word new and click OK. And there's the text label. Just move it over here. Now again, double clicking into any of the controls will give you options. So we'll double click it, and I'm going to change the font. And I'm going to change the colour. And I'm going to choose the background and OK. And I'm just going to resize that. And position that there. Now I'm just going to tell you the difference between a text label and a text block. Now the text label, you can change your colours and your fonts, etc., but it will be the same across the whole line. Now with a text block, this is rich text. So what we're going to do is insert text block. And what this allows you to do is to have multiple lines, and you can select individual words or individual lines, and you can change the font's colour and mix and match. In other words, it gives you a lot more flexibility. So I'm going to type in the words terrace restaurant. I'm going to highlight them and centre them. Now I want the word terrace to be larger than restaurants. So I'm going to highlight that and go to font and select font. And I'm going to change this to Corbel and 0.60. And I think we'll make it bold, yes. OK. And then I'm going to go to restaurant and highlight that and go to font. We'll give it the same font of Corbel and bold. And this time we'll give it the size of 48 and OK. Now I want them both the same colour, so I'm going to highlight both of them, click into colours, and we'll give it this red colour. And OK. And you will notice with the text block as well that when you resize it, your text just wraps around. And what I need to do now is to give it a background colour. So we'll double click into it, go to background, and we'll choose our background colour. And then we can just drag this into position there. Now for the next text, I'm going to duplicate this instead of bringing in an extra text block. This just saves you some time because we know that we want to use the same background colour. So I'm going to right mouse click and we're going to duplicate. And then I'm going to double click into this. We'll just delete that text and I'm going to type in now open free coffee with meal. I'm going to select the words now open, go to font, and we'll leave it on Corbel and we'll give it a size of 48. Okay, and we'll go down to free coffee with meal, click font, Corbel bold, and we'll give it a size of 28 and OK. Now I'm going to highlight all of the text because I want to central it and I want the colour in white. We'll just resize that and drag it into position. Perfect. And we're almost finished. I'm just going to show you how to insert real time and clock. So go to insert clock, text space, and then you can see the date and the time. There's a little preview section here, so you can change the time, or you can have the time with seconds and the time in words, or the date and time. So I'm going to choose the date and time in words. We've got PM on here, but because I don't want to show that, I'm just going to go into this box and just delete those last 2 digits. The time zone allows you to change the time to any time zone in the world. But as we're in the UK, I'm just going to leave this on the default time and click OK. And then again, as with all the other controls in repeat signage, double clicking will give you options. So I'm just going to leave the font as it is. We'll change the colour to red and a background colour. And OK. And just drag that into position. And there we are. That's our signage presentation. Now, before we save it, I just want to show you this. So go to File and Settings. And you can see that there's a checkbox there which says Save Content Files, such as picture, text, audio and video files. And all this does is just keep everything together. There's also an option to change the screen size there if you wanted to. So we're just going to click OK. And now we're going to save the presentation. So go to File and Save As, and we will call this Shopping Mall Presentation, and save, and then File and Exit. If we suddenly decide that we need to edit this presentation, we can select Open Existing Presentation, select it, click Open, and then you can make any changes. And when you're finished, File and Exit. And to play your presentation, click Play Presentation, select it, and open. And there it is, playing on your display screen.